what's frustrating? All the parks are closed. That includes skate parks. Now, one thing I was looking forward to with this quarantine thing would be able to go and practice a little bit more with my skateboard. But since the government is cracking down on that right now, I can't use it. It's basically useless. It's just gathering dust. So, to give me the placebo that I actually did something with it, I'm gonna explain to you what my deck is like, what you should be looking into when you're trying to get your first complete. This is my deck. As you can see, it's a little bit worn down. And the reason because of that is because, well, it's very well loved. Well, this is actually 3 years old and it's my first complete. What I went for with my board is I went with a globe board, but when I was there, I didn't really care what board I had. I think I have an 8-inch, and I just went for the funniest picture that was there. You can't see it now, but what it was Count Dracula from Sesame Street. Yeah, it's a pretty old board, but it's had its uses. I'm not really a trick boarder. I've actually been getting into more tricks as of late, though. Well, back when the parks were open, at least. Like, I could do a shove it up the speed ramp. I can drop in. I'm more of a park rider. I don't do tricks. I just ride the park because I like the feeling of dropping in and doing tricks like that. What I got with my board was actually I got it recommended to me by another skateboarder in our town. But what I went for is Independence trucks. They're very, very good. I've never really had any problems with them. They loosen very slowly. Once you tighten it, it takes actually almost a couple of years for your trucks to loosen. And they're very good with their wear and tear. Like, there's only small blemishes on the bottom of the trucks, and that's for me trying to grind when really I don't have no balance in that yet, and I shouldn't be trying. But these trucks have held up really well. Like, there's barely any rust, and I give Independence trucks a 10 out of 10 review. Good job on your trucks. Now for my bearings. Actually, I went with red bone bearings. Red bone bearings, I was looking into it, and they seemed like they had the best reviews at the time, and as you can see, they spin for quite a long time. I only just tapped it and span it a little tiny bit. Sometimes I actually have to stop the wheels from spinning once I get up out of a quarter pipe. I also got red bone wheels. As you can see, these are kind of softer. If I get the light shining through them, you can see they're transparent. And that's because they're much softer wheels than what you would think. These are special wheels. They're made for primarily only park use. You shouldn't really use these softer wheels for street riding because it just grinds them down. And most of the wear and tear from this is just because I forgot to bring my longboard with me, and I just rode my skateboard home, which is a very bad idea. Because, yeah, I don't want these tires to leave me. Or wheels. Not tires, wheels. They're soft enough to almost be like tires. Like, I've had a very smooth experience. As you can see, actually, that was my first board. As you can see up there. And it used to be my father's. This is my first complete, as in, like, mine. I got this fully customized to my standards. But I rode that board before this one, and it had normal park wheels or street wheels, and it was very, very bumpy. And these ones, they're like filming wheels. You don't feel any bumps. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, that's basically my board. I love skateboarding because it's so different, right? You see a bunch of scooter kids out there, and the primary reason why I think there's a bunch of scooter kids is because it's quite a bit more safer than BMXing and skateboarding. It's kind of like the in between. Now, I'm not throwing shade at scooter kids because some of them do tricks that I never even thought were possible with the human body. But it's much easier to throw out of the way, and it's much easier to steer, and it's much easier to use your balance. I have a feeling I kind of have the gist of all three different styles, maybe even all four. Rollerblading too, because Rollerblading's pretty fun, but I only use rollerblading to get around. Practice for hockey and such. But if you're in the realm to trying something different, try a skateboard.